Welcome to the Culinary Technical Center. I'm Nicholas Gannon, the director here at CATC. Our school is made up of students from 8 area high schools that include Coney, Erskine, Gardner, Halldale, Maranacook, Monmouth, Richmond, and Winthrop. In this video, you'll be introduced to the 15 programs that we currently offer. Our programs are geared towards preparing students for business and industry. Many students find that they like the hands-on nature of our programs, but this doesn't mean that the programs are not rigorous and challenging. You'll be challenged, be required to work hard. You'll have an opportunity to earn certification and college credit. Through operating as close to a real-world work environment, you'll also gain important professionalism and employability skills that are of equal importance to the technical skills that you will learn. You'll finish our programs prepared for the next step. Please take advantage of the opportunity to visit CATC and see if one of our programs would be a good fit for your future plans.
Mr. Roy is a pretty good instructor. He helps us throughout the shop on our individual projects we do. He makes sure to fit time with everyone all around, and he's really good with hands-on stuff. He makes sure to help everyone out individually, and he fits all us in his schedule. Like if you don't know what to do, how to do something, he'll make sure to explain it or like actually physically show you.
A typical day starts off as coming in the classroom. We do about 30 minutes of work, then we go out in the shop. We all have our individual projects that we work on, or we could have a group project that we do with other students.
Mr. Roy is a good teacher. He taught me how to use a grinder, 3-inch grinder. He taught me how to belt sand and change tires. When I came in here, I didn't really know anything about it. I just thought it was a new experience, and now in December I know pretty much all about it. He knows how to make you laugh if you're having a bad day. It's funny.
Auto Tech is a good class to be in here because the instructor is great. Mr. Avenue, he takes care of us. He's respectful if you respect him. Working on cars, teaches you customer service, helps you get ready for the real world. You learn a lot about technology, how the cars work, how everything works.
When I was in high school, I did 2 years in the automotive program here. It actually gave me opportunities to go to where I currently work, Central Maine Motors in Waterville, giving me an internship for when I'm going to schooling at CMCC in their automotive program, getting an associate's. Those 2 classes actually really prepared me for the college curriculum because it teaches very similar, so it's a much easier transition than most kids have. There's a lot of money in it as well. Huge opportunities. These programs really do help us.
I kind of chose to take this program because I have a lot of men in my life that decide that they want to work on cars, and it was always the women stay inside and just do other things, so I kind of wanted to learn how to work on cars. I guess this program's really nice because all the guys don't really judge you or anything.
At first it was I know I wanted to go to vocational school, but after that it would really help you in your future career. And we have a lot of great learning opportunities here. One of the biggest reasons why I chose it was I wanted to be a carpenter when I get out of here, and Mr. Hollisworth can help us with that. And the whole program essentially brings a lot of knowledge that you're going to use in the workforce, and it just gives you a leg up above everybody else. I have used some of the knowledge in this class in my own job outside of school. You get to do your own projects most of the time, but a lot of it is you just get a touch of everything. So whether that's anything in the construction field, you're basically doing here.
Start with 20 minutes of classwork, go over books and stuff you're going to be doing in the shop, and then after 20 minutes you go in the shop and start working. He's really laid back, really knowledgeable. He's been in the industry for a long time, so most questions anyone has, he has the answer to, or he can figure it out.
The Business Academy instructor, Mrs. Dosty, is by far one of the best teachers I've ever had. Some of the topics that we learn about in business can get pretty boring, but she does a good job at making sure that we all have fun.
It also gives a lot of college credits so that you'll save a lot of money, and on top of that you will be able to have a college experience in a college-like class.
I chose to take this program because it was really an open door to becoming a CNA.
I really like my instructor. She's awesome. Positive energy. She is really good at what she does. I love what I do. I love going to clinical and working with my residents. When you go to clinical, your teacher will always inform you of which person you're going to be with, and you check in with that person of what you're going to do for that day.
And you do all hands-on skills from making beds, feeding, giving baths, showers, shaving.
So I took this program because my grandmother was in the hospital for a while with a sickness that we didn't really know what it was. And just seeing all the nurses helping her and making her feel better really showed me that I want to help people and I want to do more. I like best probably doing the hands-on things, like we go to the lab and practice our skills, but then we go to clinicals and we actually perform the skills on humans, which is a lot different than doing it on a mannequin. So you have to get like mentally prepared for you actually have to touch people.
Mr. Frazier's pretty laid back. He lets us choose what we want to do. As long as it's computer related, he'll be okay with it. We can bring in our own computers if we want, or build one of the sums or some that he has in our class.
So usual day in computer tech is we'll walk up the stairs, we'll get up to the class, and Frazier will go over the lesson plan, as in we're doing like test out, working on our certifications, or we might have a lab that day. So we'll either get on test out, we'll start working, so we're working towards a certification every year, either PC Pro or networking. If we're doing a project, we'll either build a PC or work on a PC or see if we can figure out the problem, maybe networking.
Well, my favorite parts are just learning, like there's a lot of hands-on labs that we have. Like I was able to build my own PC by myself and I learned a lot of new things in there. Plus the teacher's very nice. We're able to have like interactions, like we have game days when everybody's on pace and everything, and it's really fun.
Chef is a really nice person. You have to get to know her to get used to her, and she's really kind and nice to every single person that's in this class. Even if you have no experience in cooking, she won't like hold that against you, against someone else who's like really good at cooking. She works us really hard in class and it's really fast paced almost every single day, but it always pays off because we barely ever have homework unless it's the first couple of weeks doing bookwork.
It's really fun. It's fast paced. We come in here and we gather around the desks. Chef tells us what we're going to be doing for the day. You usually see it on the board. And then we head into the kitchen. She gives us a demo. We know what we're doing. And then right away, we grab our aprons, we clean, we sanitize, we go right into cooking. There's a really wide range of jobs you could choose. Anything you can cook in here, it usually translates into one of these. Like for a big kitchen, you could work as a saute cook. You could be a line chef. Anyone that really falls in love with bacon could go right into that profession and get a job there. We learn serving, so you go out and meet the people, you take orders, come back in, you bring food back out. We get exposed to just about every aspect of cooking there is.
In the early childhood program, we always have time to do homework. We get maybe like 2 assignments like a week at the most. I love getting to interact with kids. Doing this program has helped me decide the age group I would like to work with, and it's made me more confident in my ability to interact with kids. I chose this program because I've always had an interest in working with kids, and this gave me an opportunity to work with different age groups. We do a lot of team building and name games, and you get to know each other really well. You work with each other every day, so it's really cool to have friends from different schools.
I recommend the early childhood program if you are someone that is going to be working with children in the future. It just helps you learn so many different developmental things about children, and you get to work with different age groups. In the beginning, we do a lot of book work just to learn more about how they develop and how we talk to them and how they learn. And then once they come, we actually work with them. We teach them stuff. We help with the curriculum, fill out paperwork. We do literally almost everything that you would do if you were working in preschool. So it gives you a lot of like real life experience.
My typical day in electrical is 50% of it is bookwork and the other 50 is labs. Right now we're working on a main panel in the house and wiring that up to a 3-way and 4-way switch.
I would recommend if you're a student that's willing to work hard, because there is a lot of bookwork in electrical. Our first lab is a 3-way switch, which allows you to switch a light or receptacle from 2 locations. They always come in pairs, they have a common screw, everything in between is travelers, and that is the building foundation for all the other labs we do throughout the year.
Well, I've been a junior firefighter for my town, Farmingdale, for a few years, and becoming a junior in high school, I was given the opportunity through CATC to get my certifications that will correlate with the fire department. We usually go to the Western Ave Augusta Fire Station that they donated to us, and we do a lot of hands-on stuff. We go through the chapters, we take tests, and we're going to do a lot of hose work, we're going to do ladder work, we're going to bust down doors, we're just going to have a good time doing some hands-on stuff and working with tools.
Lieutenant Johnson's he's really nice. He's always got a smile on his face. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for a really long time. If you ask him a question, he can answer it. And if he can't, he knows who to talk to answer it. He's really helpful. He can give you an example for most things if you don't know the answer.
So in graphic, we work on projects like we've made our own sweatshirts, like class sweatshirts, t-shirts, and we make a lot of stuff ourselves. And we used to do a lot of projects for the school. Like we made all the badges for nursing, and last year we made all the shirts for early childhood and culinary. We also do a lot of stuff on the computers. We're in Illustrator and Photoshop and InDesign, which are pretty fun programs.
I chose to take the graphic design program because I knew I wanted to go into something with like the arts for a career, and so I figured this would be a good jumping off point to get into that, and I really fell in love with it after the first day. It was really something I was passionate about and a really good thing for me to do because I wanted to go into art and stuff like that.
I believe that this program is really unique because it offers things that no other program here offers. From the field trips we go on to like the special guests that Mr. Kuchar brings in, it's really unique experiences you won't have anywhere else.
Definitely because of Mr. Kuchar, because of all the ties he has with the Augusta Police Department and everywhere else you wouldn't really expect. We get a lot of special guests that come in and show us around and help us.
Shout out to Mr. Kuchar because he's the man.
The advice I give to underclassmen is time management.
Don't do stupid.
Have commitment.
Biggest thing that this program did for me is it taught me not only what to do to get into law enforcement, but what not to do, the mistakes not to make, how to make myself a professional, and to excel in life. My goal in life was to be a Maine State Trooper, and I can say wholeheartedly that Mr. Pete Kuchar and this program taught me the skills necessary to move on to college, get jobs as a law enforcement officer, and then follow my dream to become a Maine State Trooper.
My favorite part is being able to have a print that you get, a paper that has all the dimensions on it, and you start from scratch, so a round stock or just a piece of block, and then you end up with a finished project that you made all by yourself. Like in the case we made hammers last year, and it started just as a bunch of round pieces, and we made all the angles, we made the head that screwed onto, so in the end you had a hammer that just came out of a couple pieces of round material.
I like the opportunities that you get. You get the experience of working on different machines in the room, job offers you get from all around. You get a lot of experience here too, because if you're going into college, it gives you a heads up and prepare you for going into this machinery business, I guess.
I am a second-year student. I came here my first year knowing absolutely nothing. I've been the best student in my class for 2 years now. It's led me to great job opportunities. I have been enrolled and accepted into CMCC for precision machining, and I've already been offered 2 full ride scholarships and 2 jobs in result of this opportunity here at CATC.
Because I took CNA last year and I wanted to advance in my medical knowledge.
I took it because when I was signing up for CATC, they recommended medical terminology first before CNA, which I plan on taking next year because I plan on going into the nursing field after college.
It's definitely hard at first. It's going to take a little bit to get used to, but at the end of the year, I feel like you just become a big family. You grow
grow with those other people and you become really close.
Yeah, I definitely think it's difficult because everybody's different and everybody has their own opinions on what they like and dislike and all that, but in the end you do come together and it's really fun.
On a typical day, we're usually in the classroom first, reading our chapters and learning different things like heating code. My favorite part is probably going in the shop, working individual projects and some teamwork projects like the boilers.
Considering it wasn't my first choice, coming here, kind of exploring, and eventually it opened me up to the thought of, maybe I might want to be a plumber, which now is my goal, maybe make a career out of this. I've got to say it's definitely the best thing that's happened to me. I want to go somewhere with this job because I thoroughly enjoy it. With our schools pushing universities and 4-year degrees with high debt, coming here shows you that you don't have to do that to make a great living and to make a very wealthy living.
He's not one of those instructors that are strict to a point where you can't explore what you're trying to do on a project. He will typically answer all your questions seriously, and he's comedic. Came to Halloween as Vanilla Ice, so.
Well, prior to CATC, I really had no idea what I wanted to do for a career, and I really just signed up on a whim because I'm not really one to go out of my comfort zone for anything. After coming here, even after the first few weeks of my first year, I was like, this is what I want to do. It didn't take long for me to really get comfortable here. It doesn't take much to sign up and just even try it out, even for a week or two.
I thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope it educated you about CATC and got you eager to come visit. Don't be afraid to come check us out and see if one of our awesome programs would be a great fit to help you get a jump start on your future.